There is a battle that each one of us faces every single day, often without even realizing it. It's not a battle fought with physical weapons, nor is it a war waged in any external place. It's a battle fought in the deepest, most private corners of our minds. It's a battle against negative thinking, the kind of thinking that tells you that you're not good enough, that your dreams are out of reach, that failure is your destiny, or that the circumstances around you define who you are. Negative thinking has a remarkable power. It can shape the course of your life. It can cloud your vision, dull your passions, and distort your sense of self. It can imprison you, making you feel like you are constantly climbing a mountain that you will never reach the top of. And if you allow it, it will convince you that the limitations you face are external, when in fact they often reside within your own mind. But let me make this clear, negative thinking is not your natural state. You were not created to be limited by the thoughts that constantly echo in your mind. You were created for greatness. You were designed with immense potential and capacity to succeed, to thrive, and to overcome. But your mind, your thoughts are the gatekeepers to that greatness. And the first step to unlocking the potential within you is learning how to break free from the chains of negative thinking. The first step in this process is recognizing that you are not your thoughts. There is a vast difference between who you are and what you think. Your thoughts are simply thoughts. They are not truths unless you allow them to become truths. Every day, thousands of thoughts will pass through your mind, many of them fleeting, many of them uninvited. Some will be uplifting, some will be discouraging, some will even be downright destructive. But you are not a prisoner of your thoughts unless you choose to be. And that choice is entirely in your hands. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the entrance of a great, vast field, stretching as far as the eye can see. In the distance, you can see your goals, your dreams, the things that you've longed for. But between you and that beautiful horizon lies a dense forest. This forest represents your negative thinking. And though the forest is dark, thick, and filled with sharp branches and tangled undergrowth, it is not an impenetrable wall. It is merely a path to be navigated. It is not a permanent fixture. It can be overcome. But to do so, you must take control of your thoughts. Negative thoughts are like weeds in the garden of your mind. If left unchecked, they will take root, they will multiply, and they will choke the life out of everything you try to grow in your mental garden. The weeds of doubt, fear, and insecurity will make it difficult for you to grow the seeds of ambition, hope, and vision that lie within you. But here's the thing, you are the gardener. You are the one with the tools to tend to the garden. You are the one who has the power to uproot those weeds, to clear the soil, and to plant the seeds of positive, life-affirming thoughts. But to do that, you must first recognize the nature of negative thinking. Negative thinking comes in many forms. Sometimes it's the voice that tells you that you are not worthy. Other times it's the voice that tells you that you will never be good enough, smart enough, capable enough to accomplish your goals. But here's the truth. Every time you entertain these thoughts, you are giving them power. You are feeding them. And every time you feed them, you make them grow stronger. In the same way, every time you choose to challenge those negative thoughts, to reject them, and to replace them with positive, empowering beliefs, you are weakening their hold on your mind. You are dismantling the very foundation of your limitations. You are breaking free from the shackles that have kept you bound for so long. It's important to remember that your mind is not a passive receiver of thoughts. Your mind is an active participant in the shaping of your reality. The thoughts you entertain will either limit or empower you. And here's the good news, you have the power to choose what you think about. You can decide what thoughts you will allow to take root in your mind. It's all about being intentional. One of the most powerful ways to kill negative thinking is through the discipline of affirmations. Affirmations are not just empty words or positive thinking for the sake of it. Affirmations are declarations of truth about who you are, what you are capable of, and what you believe to be possible. When you speak affirmations over your life, you are declaring to your mind, to your heart, and to the world around you that you will no longer accept the lies that have held you back. But affirmations are not just words, they must be backed by action. For the affirmation to truly take root in your life, you must act as though it is already true. When you begin to speak words of power and possibility, you must follow them with actions that align with those declarations. Your words must match your behavior, and your behavior must reflect your belief in your own potential. The law of attraction works in tandem with the law of action. When you declare that you are worthy of success, when you declare that you are capable of achieving your dreams, your actions must prove it. And as your actions begin to align with your thoughts, the negative thinking will begin to lose its power. Another way to kill negative thinking is by surrounding yourself with positive influences. It is said that you become like the people you spend the most time with. If you surround yourself with individuals who are constantly feeding you negativity, who are constantly reinforcing your doubts and fears, it becomes increasingly difficult to maintain a positive mindset. But when you surround yourself with people who uplift you, who encourage you, and who challenge you to rise higher, you begin to see the world through a different lens. Positive influences have the power to shift your perspective, to inspire you, and to remind you of the greatness that resides within you. There are also powerful mental tools that you can use to combat negative thinking. One of these tools is visualization. Visualization is the practice of seeing yourself in your mind's eye, already achieving your goals. When you visualize success, you are programming your mind to believe that it is possible. You are telling your subconscious that you are not only capable of achieving your dreams, but that you are already on the path to achieving them. Your mind cannot differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. So when you visualize success, you are creating a mental blueprint for it to manifest in your life. To visualization, there is also the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negative thinking because it shifts your focus away from what you lack and places it on what you have. It reminds you that even in the midst of challenges, there are blessings to be found. When you train your mind to focus on gratitude, you begin to notice the abundance around you and you stop obsessing over what is not working. Gratitude cultivates a positive mindset, one that sees opportunities instead of obstacles. But perhaps the most powerful tool in overcoming negative thinking is faith. Faith is the belief that you are more than your circumstances, more than your limitations, more than the negative voices in your head. Faith is the conviction that there is a greater purpose at work in your life and that no matter what challenges you face, you have the strength to overcome them. Faith allows you to see beyond the present moment, to believe in a future that is filled with possibilities, and to trust that you are being guided toward your destiny. As you begin to break free from the chains of negative thinking, you will notice a shift in your life. Your energy will change. Your confidence will grow. Your sense of purpose will become clearer. And as you continue on this journey of self-discovery and transformation, you will find that the obstacles that once seemed insurmountable are now stepping stones, guiding you to a place of greater strength and fulfillment. The key to overcoming negative thinking lies not in avoiding challenges, but in changing the way you perceive them. Challenges are not obstacles, they are opportunities in disguise. They are the moments in which you grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. When you learn to see challenges as opportunities to grow, you shift your mindset from one of fear and doubt to one of hope and possibility. The battle against negative thinking is not just about eliminating the negative, it's about replacing it with something greater. It's about replacing fear with faith, doubt with confidence, insecurity with self-belief, and limitation with possibility. It's about choosing to rise above the voices that try to pull you down and instead listening to the voice of truth that tells you that you are capable, you are worthy, and you are destined for greatness. You see, in life, every thought you think is like a seed planted in the soil of your mind. Just as a seed has the potential to grow into a mighty tree or a small plant, so too does a thought have the potential to grow and shape your life. But not all seeds are beneficial. Some seeds, if left unchecked, will sprout weeds, doubts, insecurities, fears, and negativity that can choke out the positive thoughts, the dreams, and the vision that you are meant to nurture. The key to transforming your life begins with the recognition that your thoughts are not just random events, they are powerful forces shaping the very reality you experience. And when negative thinking arises, it's like a storm that threatens to uproot everything you've worked for. It whispers to you that you are not good enough, that you will fail, that there are forces in the world greater than you that will prevent your success. These thoughts can come from many sources, from past experiences, from the opinions of others, from societal expectations, or even from your own internal dialogue. But no matter the source, the truth remains negative thinking is a choice. And just as you have the power to choose what to believe, you have the power to choose what to think. The first thing you must understand about negative thinking is that it is rooted in fear. Fear is the seed from which most negative thoughts grow. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not measuring up, fear of rejection, and fear of not being enough. Fear is the mind's way of protecting you from potential harm. But often the harm it protects you from is purely imaginary. The greatest limitations we face are not the challenges outside of us, but the ones we create within our own minds. The reality is that fear and negative thinking thrive in uncertainty. When we are unsure of the future, when we don't know what is coming next, we tend to allow our minds to run wild, constructing worst-case scenarios and projecting our doubts onto the future. But if you understand one thing today, it should be this: uncertainty is not a threat, it is a space of infinite possibility. Uncertainty is where your greatest breakthroughs can occur. It is where your true potential lies, waiting to be discovered. It's also important to remember that fear is often an illusion. It is the mind's way of magnifying a situation to be much larger than it really is. Think about a time when you were afraid to take a step forward. Maybe it was an important decision, an opportunity you were hesitant to seize, or a challenge you were reluctant to face. Did the fear you felt ever match the reality of the situation? In most cases, you will find that the fear was much greater than the actual challenge. Fear often feeds on exaggerations and distortions, and if you give it enough attention, it will consume you. In the same way, negative thinking feeds on your fears, doubts, and insecurities. It uses them as a foundation to build walls around your potential. But you have the power to tear down those walls. You have the power to replace fear with courage, doubt with confidence, and insecurity with self-belief. Overcoming negative thinking requires an intentional shift in perspective. The first step is recognizing that your thoughts are not facts. You are not bound by the thoughts that come into your mind. Your thoughts are simply reflections of your current state of awareness, and they can change. And when you begin to realize that you have control over your thoughts, that is when true freedom begins. You are not helpless in the face of negativity. You are empowered to choose a different path. There is a profound truth in the realization that we are the creators of our own reality. Too often we let circumstances dictate our mindset. We let external conditions, our finances, relationships, job status, or health define who we are and what we can achieve. But I challenge you to understand that your circumstances are not the defining factor in your life. You are. You are the one who has the power to choose how you react to your circumstances. You are the one who determines the meaning you assign to each event in your life. The path to overcoming negative thinking is not found by avoiding challenges or pretending that life is perfect. No, the key is in choosing your response to life's challenges. When you face difficulties, the mind often responds by creating negative thoughts about the situation, thoughts that make you feel powerless, hopeless, or unworthy. But it is in the very moment that those thoughts arise that you have the opportunity to change them. You don't have to accept them as truth. You can challenge them, reframe them, and replace them with thoughts that empower you. It begins with understanding that you are not your circumstances and you are not your past. You are the sum of your potential, and that potential is limitless. Yes, you may have faced setbacks. Yes, you may have failed in the past. But failure is not an indicator of your worth. Failure is simply feedback. It is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to adjust your approach. The real failure is not in making mistakes, but in allowing those mistakes to define you. It's not about falling down, it's about getting back up and moving forward. Negative thinking often has its roots in a past experience, an event where things did not go as expected. And that experience becomes the filter through which we view all future opportunities. It's as if we've been burned by the fire, and now every time we see flames, we expect them to scorch us again. But the truth is, not every flame will burn you, and not every experience will repeat the past. If you allow yourself to live in the shadow of past disappointments, you will limit your future opportunities. But if you allow yourself to grow beyond those past experiences, to heal, and to rise again, you will see that your future holds possibilities far greater than the pain you once endured. The key to breaking free from negative thinking is in the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being present in the moment. It is the awareness that you are more than just your thoughts, more than just your emotions, more than just your circumstances. Mindfulness allows you to step outside of your thoughts and observe them from a place of neutrality. When you begin to see your thoughts as separate from your identity, you gain the ability to evaluate them more objectively. And when you evaluate negative thoughts objectively, you can begin to make better decisions about which thoughts to engage with and which to dismiss. You have a choice. Every day you have the choice to allow negative thinking to rule your life or to take command of your thoughts and direct them toward positive outcomes. And this is not something that happens overnight. It is a process, a journey, a commitment to changing the way you view yourself and the world around you. It requires discipline, self-awareness, and above all, patience. But the reward is worth it. As you begin to replace negative thinking with more empowering thoughts, you will notice a shift in your life. Your perspective will change, and your experiences will begin to reflect that shift. When you view challenges as opportunities, when you replace fear with faith, when you believe in your own potential, you will begin to attract the right opportunities, the right people, and the right circumstances into your life. But remember, it's not just about thinking positively. It's about believing deeply in the greatness that lies within you. It's about understanding that you are not defined by your current situation, and that you are more than the sum of your past experiences. You are a unique creation with a purpose that only you can fulfill. Negative thinking tries to convince you otherwise, but it is not your truth. Your truth is that you are capable of achieving your dreams, no matter how big or small they may seem. As you move forward, understand that the process of overcoming negative thinking will not always be easy. There will be days when doubts creep in, when fear tries to take hold, and when the old thought patterns resurface. But when that happens, remember that you have already taken the first step. You have already begun to break free. You have already begun to cultivate a mindset that sees beyond the limitations, beyond the obstacles, and into the realm of possibility. You are not the victim of your thoughts, you are the master of them. And as you continue to master your thoughts, you will continue to create a life that is filled with purpose, peace, and fulfillment. You were created for greatness. You were designed for success. Your potential is limitless. Don't let negative thinking rob you of the life you are meant to live. Choose to rise above it. Choose to live from a place of possibility. Choose to believe in the greatness that lies within you. Because when you do, you will see that the life you have always dreamed of is not only possible, it is already on its way. When you wake up each morning, your mind is like a blank canvas ready to be painted with the thoughts and beliefs you choose to adopt. But too often we let the weight of past experiences, the opinions of others, and the limitations of our circumstances paint that canvas with colors of doubt, fear, and negativity. We allow external influences to dictate the way we see ourselves and the world around us. And the danger in this is that when we look at ourselves through the lens of negativity, we begin to believe that lens is the only reality. We forget that we are the creators of our own thoughts, our own beliefs, and ultimately our own destiny. You have been given the incredible gift of free will, the ability to choose how you will respond to every situation you encounter. This power is within you at all times. The question is, how will you use it? Will you allow yourself to be defined by the negative thoughts that creep into your mind, or will you choose to step outside of those thoughts and take control? Will you allow fear to rule your decisions, or will you face fear with courage and resolve? The choice is yours. Every time you allow negative thinking to take hold, you are giving power to the idea that you are less than what you were created to be. You are allowing circumstances, mistakes, and even other people's opinions to dictate your worth. But if you stop and truly reflect on this, you will realize just how absurd that is. Your worth was never determined by what you've done or by the judgments of others. Your worth was established long before you took your first breath, long before you even knew what it was like to fail, to struggle, or to fall short. You are valuable not because of your accomplishments, but because of who you are. You are a unique individual with a purpose that is waiting to be fulfilled. The world has a need for what only you can offer. Your talents, your passions, your experiences, and your vision are uniquely yours, and they can only be brought into the world through you. But if you allow negative thinking to keep you small, to keep you hidden, you deny the world the opportunity to experience the greatness that resides within you. Think about the moments in your life when you've experienced true success, true fulfillment, or deep joy. Were there moments when you were filled with doubt and uncertainty? Were there moments when you were overwhelmed by fear and self-criticism? No. Those moments were born from a place of confidence, belief, and possibility. They came when you chose to step beyond your fears and limitations and embrace the opportunities that lay before you. When you allow negative thinking to dominate your mind, you are essentially telling yourself that you are incapable of achieving the very things you desire. Negative thinking is a thief. It steals your confidence, your motivation, and your ability to see the potential for success. But you must understand that the only thing standing between you and your goals is the belief that you cannot achieve them. Once you shift that belief, once you change your thinking, the path becomes clear. This process of transforming your thoughts doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience, persistence, and practice. Just as you would train your body to become stronger by lifting weights or practicing a sport, you must train your mind to become stronger by consistently challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with positive, empowering ones. It's a daily discipline, a daily commitment to shaping the thoughts that will shape your life. And it's not about denying the reality of challenges or difficulties. It's about choosing to see beyond those challenges, to trust in your ability to rise above them, and to believe that you can overcome whatever comes your way. One of the most powerful tools at your disposal is the practice of gratitude. When you begin to practice gratitude, you create a mental shift that moves you away from focusing on what you lack and toward appreciating what you already have. Gratitude has the power to change the way you see the world. It opens your eyes to the abundance that surrounds you and helps you shift your focus from problems to possibilities. When you are grateful for what you have, you stop measuring your worth against what you don't have. Gratitude teaches you that you are enough, just as you are, and that the universe is always providing for you in ways you may not always see. It's easy to fall into the trap of negativity when you're focused solely on what you don't have, or on the things that aren't going the way you want them to. But when you focus on gratitude, you begin to train your mind to seek out the good, to look for the lessons in your challenges, and to embrace the opportunities that come with every setback. Gratitude helps you cultivate a mindset that attracts more of the good things in life. It shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, from fear to faith, and from negativity to positivity. As you practice gratitude, also take time to affirm your own worth. Affirmations are not mere words, they are declarations of truth. They are statements that help you reprogram your subconscious mind and shift your thinking from self-doubt to self-belief. When you speak affirmations over your life, you are telling yourself that you are worthy of success, that you are capable of achieving your goals, and that you are more than capable of overcoming any obstacles that may come your way. But words alone are not enough. Affirmations must be backed by action. Your words must match your behavior. If you say that you believe in yourself, but your actions contradict that belief, your affirmations will lack the power they need to create lasting change. You must align your actions with your affirmations. When you take consistent action toward your goals, no matter how small, you are reinforcing your belief in your own abilities. Every small step forward is a declaration that you trust yourself and that you believe in your own potential. Another key to overcoming negative thinking is to surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. The people you spend time with have a profound influence on your mindset. If you surround yourself with people who are constantly negative, who drain your energy, or who reinforce your fears and doubts, it will be much harder to maintain a positive, empowering mindset. But when you surround yourself with individuals who encourage you, who believe in your dreams, and who challenge you to grow, you begin to see the world through a different lens. You begin to see the possibilities instead of the obstacles. It's also important to recognize that negative thinking often stems from a lack of self-love. When you don't love and accept yourself fully, it becomes easy to fall into the trap of self-criticism and self-doubt. But self-love is not about being perfect. It's about accepting yourself as you are, with all your strengths and imperfections. It's about recognizing your inherent worth and knowing that you are deserving of happiness, success, and love, simply because you exist. When you love yourself, you give yourself permission to dream, to fail, to grow, and to succeed. You stop allowing negative thinking to hold you back, because you know that you are worthy of all the good things life has to offer. Another important aspect of overcoming negative thinking is the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or distraction. When you practice mindfulness, you become more aware of the thoughts that arise in your mind. You begin to recognize when negative thoughts appear, and you gain the ability to choose whether to entertain them or to let them go. Mindfulness allows you to separate yourself from your thoughts so that you are no longer controlled by them. Instead of being a passive observer of your thoughts, you become an active participant in shaping your mental and emotional state. Mindfulness helps you cultivate a sense of inner peace and clarity, allowing you to respond to life's challenges with calmness and confidence, rather than fear and anxiety. As you begin to shift your mindset and embrace a more positive, empowering way of thinking, you will notice a profound change in your life. The external world may not change overnight, but your internal world will. And that change will have a ripple effect on everything you do. When you begin to see yourself as capable, deserving, and worthy of success, you will start to take actions that reflect those beliefs. You will attract opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with your new mindset. Your confidence will grow, and your ability to overcome obstacles will become stronger. But remember, this journey is not about perfection. It's not about never having negative thoughts or never feeling fear. It's about learning to navigate those thoughts and feelings without letting them control you. It's about recognizing that you are not defined by your mistakes or your setbacks, but by your willingness to keep moving forward. It's about choosing to embrace the possibilities, even when the path ahead seems unclear. The power to create your reality lies within you, and you have the ability to choose thoughts that will lead you toward the life you desire. So today, I challenge you to take control of your thoughts, to challenge the negative beliefs that have held you back for so long, to step into the truth of who you are, a powerful, capable, and worthy individual with a unique purpose and the ability to create the life you desire. The world needs your light. Your potential is limitless, and it's time for you to step into the greatness that is already within you. Imagine for a moment the weight of a single thought. You think one negative thought, just one, and in an instant it can change the way you see yourself, the way you see the world, and the way you approach your day. That thought in that moment can create a ripple effect that touches everything you do. But what happens when you allow that one thought to lead to another, and then another, and another? Over time, the stream of negative thinking becomes a river, and that river turns into a flood. It can sweep away your motivation, your passion, and your sense of self. It can drown your dreams before they even have a chance to take root. The truth is, most of us don't even realize how much power we give to our thoughts. We believe that the thoughts that come into our minds are outside of our control, that they simply appear like random waves crashing against the shore. But the reality is far different. You are the keeper of your thoughts. You have the power to choose which ones to hold on to, which ones to nurture, and which ones to discard. Just like a gardener tends to a garden, you have the ability to tend to your mind. And if you want to grow a garden filled with flowers of hope, abundance, and possibility, you must learn how to remove the weeds of fear, doubt, and negativity. It all starts with awareness. The first step in overcoming negative thinking is recognizing it for what it is. Negative thoughts often disguise themselves as facts. They show up as truths that feel undeniable, that seem like they're part of your very identity. These thoughts often come from your past old failures, disappointments, and fears that have shaped the way you view yourself. They have the power to make you believe that who you are now is all you can ever be. But here's the truth: you are not defined by your past. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are not even defined by your current circumstances. You are defined by what you choose to believe in this moment and in every moment that follows. When you realize that negative thinking is simply a product of your past experiences, it becomes easier to separate yourself from it. You can begin to understand that the thoughts you're experiencing in this moment are not permanent. They are not a reflection of your true self. They are not who you are. They are just old patterns trying to hold you back. And once you understand this, you can choose to let them go. The second step is to recognize that the thoughts we think have the power to create our reality. The mind is a powerful tool. It's not just a passive receiver of information, it's a creator. Every thought you think is a seed planted in the garden of your life. If you plant seeds of doubt, insecurity, and fear, those will grow and become the reality you experience. But if you plant seeds of confidence, hope, and possibility, those seeds will sprout into a reality that reflects your belief in yourself and your potential. Your thoughts create the foundation of your reality, and that foundation determines what you can build upon it. This is where the power of intention comes into play. You have to be intentional about the thoughts you entertain. You must make a conscious decision to replace negative thoughts with positive ones. And I'm not just talking about the kind of superficial positive thinking that tells you to think happy thoughts and ignore reality. No, I'm talking about a deep-rooted belief in your ability to overcome challenges, to grow through adversity, and to succeed against all odds. You are not denying the presence of negative thoughts. You are choosing to focus on the thoughts that empower you to rise above them. One of the best ways to replace negative thinking with positive, empowering thoughts is through affirmations. Affirmations are not just words you say to make yourself feel better. They are powerful statements that help reprogram your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is where your deepest beliefs and habits reside, and it governs so much of your behavior. When you use affirmations consistently, you are essentially rewiring your mind to think differently, to believe differently, and to act differently. But affirmations are only effective when they come from a place of belief. If you don't believe the words you're speaking, if you're just saying them because you think they should work, then they will have little effect. The key is to speak your affirmations with conviction and emotion. You have to feel the truth of what you're saying in every cell of your being. The more emotion you infuse into your affirmations, the more deeply they will resonate with your subconscious mind. Another powerful tool in overcoming negative thinking is visualization. Visualization is the act of creating vivid mental images of yourself achieving your goals, living the life you desire, and becoming the person you're meant to be. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. So when you visualize success, your brain begins to believe that success is possible. It creates new neural pathways that reinforce the belief that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. Visualization works because it taps into your subconscious mind. When you visualize a goal or a dream, you begin to feel what it would be like to live that dream. Your emotions, thoughts, and actions start to align with that vision, and over time you begin to take steps toward making that vision a reality. But visualization is not a passive activity, it's an active process. You must practice it regularly with intention and with the belief that your vision is not just a fantasy, but a possibility waiting to unfold. But the most powerful weapon you have in the fight against negative thinking is your ability to reframe. Reframing is the process of changing the way you perceive a situation, experience, or challenge. Instead of seeing a challenge as a threat, you can choose to see it as an opportunity for growth. Instead of seeing a setback as a failure, you can choose to see it as feedback information that will help you improve and become better prepared for future challenges. Every negative thought is simply a misinterpretation of reality, and reframing allows you to interpret that thought in a way that empowers you to move forward. For example, if you are facing a difficult situation at work, and your negative thinking tells you, I'm not good enough, you can reframe that thought by asking yourself, what is this challenge teaching me? What can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become better? This simple shift in thinking can turn a negative thought into a positive one, and from that positive thought, you can take empowered action. Reframing is a skill, and like any skill, it takes time and practice to master. But when you begin to use it regularly, you will start to notice a dramatic change in the way you approach life. Instead of seeing obstacles, you will see opportunities. Instead of seeing challenges, you will see lessons. And instead of seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances, you will see yourself as a creator of your reality. As you continue to practice these tools, affirmations, visualization, reframing, you will start to notice that your negative thoughts begin to lose their power. They may still come up from time to time, but they won't have the same impact on you. You will begin to see them for what they truly are: fleeting, passing thoughts that don't define you. You will stop giving them the power to shape your life, and you will start to reclaim that power for yourself. The key to overcoming negative thinking is to realize that your mind is like a muscle. It can be trained. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. And just like any muscle, it will take time to build mental strength. But every time you choose to think positively, to challenge a negative thought, and to replace it with a thought that empowers you, you are strengthening your mind. And as your mind becomes stronger, your life will reflect that strength. It's important to understand that this is not a one-time fix. Overcoming negative thinking is a lifelong journey. There will always be moments when negative thoughts try to creep in, when fear tries to take hold, and when doubt clouds your vision. But the more you practice these tools, the more you will develop the mental resilience to face those moments with confidence, grace, and clarity. As you continue to grow in your ability to master your thoughts, you will begin to see the incredible power that resides within you. You will realize that you are not defined by your past mistakes, by your fears, or by the opinions of others. You are defined by your ability to choose, by your willingness to grow, and by your belief in your own potential. And when you choose to embrace your power, when you choose to believe in yourself, you unlock the door to a future that is limitless in possibility. You are the creator of your life. The thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the actions you take will shape your future. Don't let negative thinking hold you back from the greatness that is waiting to be realized. You are capable. You are worthy. And you are destined for more than you can imagine. It all starts with the thoughts you choose to think and the belief you have in your own ability to create the life you desire. As we bring this conversation to a close, I want you to reflect on one truth above all: you are the master of your thoughts. And your thoughts are the architects of your reality. Everything you experience begins in the mind. Every dream you've ever had, every success you've ever achieved, and every challenge you've ever faced all began with the thoughts you chose to entertain. And the same holds true for your future. The power to change your life is in your hands. It is not a matter of waiting for circumstances to change or hoping for the world to align with your desires. The key lies within you, in your ability to take command of your thoughts, to rise above the negativity, and to see beyond the fears and doubts that may try to cloud your vision. You are not a prisoner of your circumstances. You are the creator of your destiny. You have within you an incredible power, a power that is waiting to be unleashed, the power to break free from the chains of negative thinking, the power to transform fear into courage, doubt into confidence, and insecurity into unshakable belief in yourself. When you choose to take responsibility for your thoughts, you take responsibility for your life. And when you take responsibility for your life, you open the door to endless possibilities. Remember, every negative thought that enters your mind is a moment of choice. Will you allow it to dictate your future, or will you rise above it, challenge it, and replace it with a thought that empowers you? The choice is yours. The road ahead may not always be easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. But when you train your mind to focus on solutions rather than problems, when you choose to see opportunities instead of obstacles, when you believe in your own potential no matter what life throws your way, there is nothing you cannot overcome. The world needs your light. It needs your gifts, your talents, your dreams, and your unique purpose. Don't let negative thinking keep you hidden in the shadows. Step into the brilliance that is already within you. Embrace the greatness that you are capable of achieving. And above all, believe that your best days are ahead of you. So from this moment forward, I challenge you to embrace your power to think differently, to replace the negativity with positivity, to believe in yourself fully, unconditionally, and unapologetically. Because you have everything you need to succeed, And it starts with the thoughts you choose to think. Rise up, take control of your mind, and watch as your life transforms before your eyes. The world is waiting for you to step into your greatness. And it all begins with the thoughts you choose today.